Members, good afternoon. It's the appointed time. I call the meeting to order. Item number 1, matters arising. The CS indicates that the Chief Executive has delivered his policy address. He thanks members for the positive comments made by members in the question and answer session and other occasions. This has fully shows the positive interaction between legislature and the executive, as well as the important role of members as a people's representative. The CS hopes that members will support the policy address, that the government will work together with LegCo to deepen reform for our people and leverage our strength for a brighter future, for a new chapter of Hong Kong. He also indicates that he's glad to learn that the LegCo intelligent transcription system has fully played out its function in this policy address and question and answer session. The government continues to support the application of AI to improve efficiency. Business for the Council meeting on the 8th, 9th and 10th of October. First, written questions. The list of members allocated with question slots has been uploaded onto the website. B, members' motion. Motion of thanks. The Director of Administration has made some suggestions in relation to the groups of policy areas in the motion of thanks. I will, in my capacity as chairperson of the House Committee, move the motion of thanks. Members, if you would like to make any amendments, the deadline for giving notice is the 29th of September, which is a Monday. The administration suggests that there will be 4 sessions of the policy address debate. You will find the proposed grouping of policy areas in the Director for Administration's letter. As per past convention and practice, the debate will take place over 3 days in 4 sessions. Each session will cover one group of policy areas suggested by the administration. Each member can speak in each group of these in each session. The total speaking time should not exceed 15 minutes. When members speak in a certain session, they should limit the content to the policy areas of that session. For officials, the reply time in total is 4 hours. It's basically the same as past policy address debates. Members, do you agree with the proposed policy areas and debate arrangements? If there are no different views, well, I see that members agree with the proposed arrangement. 3, reports of Bills Committee and Subcommittees. There are 2 reports. The first one is a report of the Bills Committee on Road Traffic Amendment Ride-Hailing Service Bill 2025. We'll now hear from Mr. Chen Kim-po, Chairman of the Bills Committee. Chairman, the Road Traffic Amendment Ride-Hailing Service Bill 2025 seeks to amend the Road Traffic Ordinance Cap 374 to provide for the regulation of ride-hailing service, introduce a licensing regime for ride-hailing platforms, ride-hailing vehicles and their drivers, provide for the regulation of any other public vehicle passenger transport service booked through licensed ride-hailing platforms, and enhance the enforcement regime against illegal carriage of passengers for hire or reward, etc. The Bills Committee has held 4 meetings and has invited public submission. The government requires that platforms, vehicles and drivers providing ride-hailing services have to obtain a license or permit. Provision of such service without license or permit is a criminal offense. Members agree that the regime should cover platforms, vehicles and drivers to ensure that the services provided comply with legal, safety and service quality requirements so as to protect passengers and meet the travel needs of the public. Members express concerns on matters relating to platforms, vehicles and drivers, such as the duty to keep operating data by companies, the owner and vehicle bundled arrangement, as well as insurance and fare. Members also expressed views on the number of ride-hailing vehicles. Some members support the proposal to set a maximum number of permits to prevent oversupply causing traffic congestion, whereas some opine that there is no need to set a maximum number. The number of orders can be controlled via platforms to avoid any impact on traffic while ensuring a sufficient supply of ride-hailing vehicles at any time. The administration indicates that given the diverse views on the number of vehicle permits in society, a regulatory framework will first be provided for in the bill to forge consensus. Details on technicalities such as the number of vehicle permits and license permits fees will be discussed by the administration and stakeholders before being incorporated in the subsidiary legislation to be introduced in the first half of next year. The committee supports this approach so the regulation can be put in place as soon as possible. Some members opine that under the regulatory regime, the government has to consider a way to achieve complementarity and fair competition between taxis and ride-hailing vehicles, in addition to meeting the diversified travel needs of the public in order to create a sustainable environment with healthy competition for point-to-point transport service market. The administration indicates that the vision to regulate ride-hailing service is to promote complementarity and healthy competition between taxis and the ride-hailing trade. The inherent advantages of taxis, such as hailing on the spot and picking up passengers at taxi stands, will not change. When ironing out the details, complementarity will be a key consideration. The actual difficulties faced by the taxi trade will also be considered. The administration is of the view that while the protection for passengers will be significantly enhanced with the introduction of the regulatory regime, there may still be a small number of lawbreakers engaging in illegal activities of carrying passengers for hire or reward. In order to combat such activities more effectively, the government proposes to enhance penalties for impounding vehicles and temporary suspension of vehicle licenses. The administration will move amendments to add the enhanced measures to strengthen the aforementioned arrangements. In addition, the administration will move technical amendments on other clauses. Members do not oppose to the amendments. The committee has completed the scrutiny of the bill and supports the resumption of second reading debate of the bill at the council meeting of the 15th of October. The committee will not move any amendments. Written report will be submitted shortly. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chen. If there are no other views, the bill will have the resumption of second reading debate at the council meeting on the 15th of October. If members would like to make amendments, the deadline for giving notice is Saturday, the 4th of October. Second report. Report of the subcommittee on 3 pieces of subsidiary legislation relating to road traffic. We'll now hear from Mr. Chen Xiu-hong, the chairperson. Chairman, the 3 pieces of subsidiary legislation relating to road traffic seek to extend the existing statutory requirements for the mandatory fitting and wearing of seat belts, safer seats to buses, private light buses, goods vehicles, special purpose vehicles, and student service vehicles, as well as to tighten the regulation of use of mobile telecommunications devices by drivers while driving. The subcommittee has held 2 meetings and has completed the scrutiny. Members in general support the 3 items to further improve road safety. Matters discussed by the subcommittee include legal responsibility of wearing seat belts, requirements relating to placing mobile telecommunication devices in a vehicle, penalties and publicity work of the administration. Members opine that in addition to stepping up education to raise safety awareness, the administration should also issue fixed penalty tickets to passengers who do not wear seat belts. This facilitates enforcement and has a deterrence effect. The administration indicates that they will first enhance publicity to educate the public of the importance of wearing seat belts. when reviewing the relevant regulations in the future, the administration will follow up on members' suggestions. Regarding mandatory fitting and wearing of seatbelts, saver seats on student service vehicles, members urge the administration to begin publicity as soon as possible so schools and operators of these vehicles are aware of the requirements when they discuss service contracts. The administration indicates that they will liaise with schools before the implementation of the relevant requirements to dovetail with the administrative needs of schools. Members note that the new requirements on the size of mobile telecommunication devices may not keep up with rapid technological advancements. They urge the administration to review the relevant regulations in a timely manner. The administration undertakes that reviews will be conducted to see if there is a need for updates, having taken into account the implementation of the amended regulations and the development of these devices. No amendments will be moved by the subcommittee or the administration. The written report will be submitted shortly. Thank you, Mr. Chan. Members, please take note of the report. I remind members that the period of amendment for the subsidiary legislation studied by the subcommittee will expire at the council meeting on the 8th of October. Amendments will have to be notice of amendments will have to be given on Monday, 29th of September. Position on bills committees and subcommittee. As at Thursday, 25th of September, there is one bills committee in action, 2 subcommittees under the House Committee, and 1 subcommittee on policy issues under panels in action. Item number 5. Senior judicial appointment. The Chief Executive announced on the 18th of September that he has accepted the recommendation of the Judicial Officer's Recommendation Commission on the reappointment of Honorable Mr. Justice Ribeiro as permanent judge of the Court of Final Appeal. The Acting Director for Administration has sent a letter to us which has been sent to members. According to the endorsement procedure of judicial officers by the House Committee, is for the House Committee to decide whether to set up a subcommittee to study the relevant appointment. If you would like to, please raise your hands. If there is none, the administration will give notice to move a motion to seek the endorsement of LegCo on the appointment. Any other business? There is none. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.